Okay, and we're back. Now we are inside the computer. Isn't that neat how that transition works? I just wanted to take a moment and show you a couple pieces of software that I use to make this noise that I call music. The first of which is Propellerhead's Record. I've been a fanboy of Propellerhead stuff since Reason 4. And unfortunately, I really am, as I say, I am a loyalist at this point. Before, I was using a software, let's call it Radar 7 by a company named Runs with Pi. And being that I use a laptop, or this was the explanation I was given at least, when I was using a laptop, I suffered from a large number of dropouts. I'd be sitting and recording a eloquent acoustic guitar piece. Yeah, we'll call it that. And then all of a sudden, I'd get this little red box, and I would not be recording anymore. Somebody turned me on to Reason 4, and I started using that in my productions. And it was a nice tool. It was fun to rewire it into that Radar 7 by Runs with Pi. And it was interesting to use synthetic instruments. I didn't have a whole lot of history with that up until that point. And actually it sent my music in a totally different direction, as you'll soon hear. Anyway, they came out with a product called Record, which would allow you to actually record audio. And as soon as they did, I bought in because I was so happy with the Reason 4 product. I had to try out this new DAW that they had released. And so here we are. Recorded audio. I think most of this is actually loops from within their software, but it's still in audio format. And several other instruments from within their platform. And this thing is as stable as a rock. So it fixed my problem with the dropouts by moving to their software, and I can't say that I've had need for anything else since. And just to show you what it is capable of and how different my music is now from what it was then, as I said, I was doing acoustic guitar and voice, and now I'm somewhere in the land of la-la experimental stuff like this. And here comes the fun part. Anyway, I don't know if you could actually hear the sound of my head nodding, but it just makes me feel good. I can't say that I've been happier with the direction my music's been in any point during my life. You know, I started playing as a guitarist, a bass guitarist in, we'll call it 1995, and did the punk rocker thing for a little while, you know, through high school, through my college year, and then started doing the acoustic guitar songwriter guy thing, and that lasted for a few more years, and now I'm firmly planted into this electronic experimental sound whatever thing going on. Anyway, this is a wonderful piece of software, and like I said, I cannot recommend it enough. I know that there's kind of a snooty feel around music forums that Propellerhead stuff is somehow subpar. I just haven't found that to be the case. My music has grown exponentially since switching over. Anyway, other softwares that I want to show you. I cheat sometimes because, well, I'm a man, I got a job, I only have so much time to write music. This software is called Harmony Navigator. what you can do with this software is set together different chord patterns based on this here chart. You can just kind of build yourself a chord progression, and let's see, it'll do it. Anyway, it gives you quick ideas on how a chord progression would sound. You can go through and actually these different chords will change colors based off of what it is that you're playing. It'll give you a new direction. And they have all these different color schemes that you can set up, that if you want something that's going to use the similar relationships, if you start on C, then more natural relationships will be a certain shade, and then things that are going to be more dissonant will be a different color. Anyway, it's a neat little tool, and when you're just looking to put together a progression, it's kind of nice. You can dump it to MIDI and then import it directly into Record, and then split the song up as much as you want. And anyway, handy little device. Now moving on, as you see, I have Record, and then I also have a Reason icon up here. I haven't used this since Record came out, and they're shortly releasing a Reason 6 that will replace this Joker, and their main DAW will be Reason. Here's the other piece of software that I use constantly. When you dump from Record, you'll be in a WAV format. This Real Player Converter is a software that you can use to convert into MP3. And fortunately, this also works for different video files and stuff like that, so I can use that to convert the video that you're now watching. Isn't that odd? Time displacement. Anyway, going on, here is another piece of software that you must use, in my opinion, if you are doing any kind of anything with your computer at all. If you use it for pictures or you use it for video, you need a backup. Not to mention, if you use it for music, I would just be devastated if I lost my last year's worth of music that I've written. So this product right here, let's see if it'll pop up, backs up your files on your hard drive. I'm actually starting my initial backup, and it's currently 1% done. That's going to take a minute or two. And let's see, I think that's about everything I wanted to show you. Oh, and I think this software, this Real Player Converter, actually costs something, so there is another one. Let me see if I've got it here. No, I've gotten rid of it. I think it's called Sean's Wave to MP3. It is a free converter. And this other program here, MP3 Tag, is a software that you can use to insert the MP3 information into your files. Put your little disc art or album art in there, the title, the artist, and all that sort of jazz. And I think that pretty much brings us to the end of our tour here. Not so much to see here. I guess I could go into depth on all these devices, but what my my process is, I will record a song in this. I'll get it mixed out the way I want it to, dump it to a WAV file, run it through this Real Player Converter, changing it to an MP3, and then using this MP3 tag to alter the settings and the title and whatnot before moving it up to the internet, either through YouTube or on sonicgoodness.com, maybe even on SoundCloud. And that allows me to get my music out there, and hopefully somebody else will enjoy it. So anyway, this has been a short tour of the Sonic Goodness Studios. That's another word for my office. And we'll see you next video.